guys, I am Chris Kaler.
And I'm Amber from Kyuujin, and today we're back with 2 for Black Clover episode 86.
Last episode we had some calm time in the bath with Yami.
Bonding time with the squad.
Yes, it's trying to cheer up Asta and everyone else because with how Finral is and how like Asta is, people were down and Asta's really disconnected. He's really like in his bubble.
His soul left his body.
Yeah, I guess he's saying like, I think I'll be accepted in the Royal Knights, but it's kind of like he won't allow himself to believe it. So we needed to cheer him up, and so Yami took them to the bath and he told them a story about how when he first met William Vengeance and how they became quick rivals. So this was kind of a reflection of Asta and Juno, because in the same way they push each other up and they make each other stronger. So I don't know if that will help Asta feel better, because I don't think that's the issue. But maybe the news of who made it to the Royal Knights, hopefully this episode, will help. So let's jump in this episode and find out. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more of these, and check out our Patreon for the full-length reactions.
Alright, let's go!
Maybe
it's not the end of the flashback. Maybe it's more of their backstory together.
Maybe.
The chronicles of Yami and William.
ユリウスの旦那が魔法帝になり
よく来てくれたね。大活躍だったそうだね。トラップにかかった団員を助け出したとか見たかったな。
Never change, Julius.
星は今度あげるからね。もちろん。
Why not now?
ありがとうございます。闇は獅子奮陣の働きをしたと聞いているよ。巨大な戦士を真っ二つにしたんだってね。
それほどでもあるな。俺の活躍に対しても。
Actually, it was everything.
さぞかし鼻が高いだろう。
そろそろ。
おっと、そうだった。
Are they becoming captains?
二人に頼みたい仕事があるんだ。
A job together, a mission together.
Just like the first time.
それを俺たちだけに
It's a test.
盗賊団に協力している可能性があるからだ。
そんなとこだろうな。
I expected them to betray us.
古の魔道具を持っていたり強力な力を持った。
ダンジョンで発見された魔道具を可能性もあります。
なるほど。
敵に動くと証拠隠滅され雲隠れされる恐れ。
So he's going with people he trusts, because they were in his squad.
俺たちがその裏切り者だったらどうするつもりなんだ
Oh, but that means that if William turns out to be
それは困ったね。
linked to Midnight Sun, that's gonna bring a whole lot of issues. Emotional issues.
William?
君
Yeah.
たちが騎士団に入る前からね。
Because they have a connection.
裏切られるなら仕方ないかな。
食えねえおっさんだぜ。
改めて頼むよ。
町や村に印をつけてあります。
神出鬼没だな。悟られないようにか。
警戒するよう伝達はしてありますが、ついても
That's so
漏れている可能性があります。
ばかりが狙われてね。
見当をつけなきゃいけねえが。
これまで襲われた場所は除外していい。最近財宝が見つかったところか。
10や20じゃ効かねえぜ。
近いところも除外していいだろう。ここ盗賊団を警戒するために命令してもらえませんか。
なんでだ。無駄じゃねえか。
なるほど。
That's not his field. Coming up with plans.
警戒しているところは避けるでしょう。
He's good.
分かってたぜもちろん。だけど
Sure.
奴らが狙いそうなのはゾコダニーの村だな。
I'm kind of glad we're still in the flashbacks. We're still in the
More of the
backstory
backstory.
to see more of them fighting together. I never expected them to have a connection, but if we have to fight William, if he is Lisht's vessel or whatever, if he's linked to this in any way, it's gonna make this so much harder emotionally.
今のところ異常なし。
ゾコダニー村は最近靴から古い魔道具が見つかっている。見つかった魔道具は
A cup of Hufflepuff.
釣られているらしい。
騎士団でもまだ一部のものだけか。
盗賊団が現れたなら情報を得るのが早すぎる。裏切り者がいるね。合間屋も異常なし。収穫祭の準備が行われている。いいかい？どちらに盗賊団が来ても
We're better together, no matter your pride or whatever.
お前こそ星独り占めしようと思って。
I really love the fuck that, it meant everything. I love also how Julius is like, well, next time you do this, I'm gonna give you stars. Like, why not now? Wasn't it worth it?
おい来たぞ弁天深め。おいどうなってんだ。更新の妨害ができるみたいだな。盗賊団じゃねえな。 そいつを突き止めなきゃなんねえぜ。
一人では相手にしない連絡を取って
でも連絡がつかねえんだから
Fire signals, smoke signals.
一人で行くしかね
Dude,
え。帰る前に落とす。
he is badass though. He's a bit too much like Asta, especially in his youth, but
なんだてめえ、いい度胸だ。
he is strong.
半分ぐらい
Sen? Same boss as before, that's why we're still in this story.
お前はあの時の邪魔されたあの時の恨みが晴らせそうだな。
Unfinished
なる
business.
ほどな。ここはともかくあいつ自身には大した魔力はねえがダンジョンで発掘された男だ。
Probably.
その杖誰からもらったんだ。
俺を倒してみろ。
William will have to show up. The episode is about the both of them. But then if he shows up, how would he
抵
know?
抗しやがって。さてどこの誰にこの杖をもらったかを。
実は家に入ってろ。
Shut fuck.
魔法喫茶よ。容赦しねえ。返してやるぜ。
どうやってなると思うのか。
ならないかもしれない。だがウィッチハンタークローズ魔法ですよ。
見たことある
Well,
な。裏切り者がいたとはな。オキシの風上にも置けねえ。
if we manage to defeat the two captains
Maybe
with...
that's why he became captain.
ヤミスケヒロよね。何やらそういうことなのね。
財宝を探してらっしゃいな。
Oh wait, they're not captains. They're squad members.
Aren't they vice captain?
Ah, still.
何人かついてこい。はい。
William!
試練はクローバー王国のためにあるってのにてめえらは。
兵にはところを我々が報告しておきますよ。
Hiring criteria need to change.
さようなら。
Do not underestimate him!
どこまで頑張れますかね。
簡単に諦めるか。まだまだ
He literally is like a
限
star.
界じゃないですか。
限界がなんだ。
That's his thing.
今ここで
But then that's why he compares it
Julius
again.
showed up and saved the day.
But how did he know this was going down? Instinct. My buddy's in trouble.
遅え。
できないと気づい
Ah,
て
there you go.
盗賊団が現れたんだと察してね。
借りができちまったな。すぐ返すぜ。ヘンテコ仮面。
ウィリアム・バンジャンス。
倒して差し上げ
Or
ま
we
す。
will defeat you and prove ourselves.
やろ
Captains or no captains, it's still impressive.
アタック・オブ・ザ・ホーン。
う。闇まとい盛り上がり。返してやるって言ったよな。
Yeah, you are cheap change.
私たちの仲間になり
No.
ませんか。
If you're afraid, that's why you're asking.
やめておくよ。忠誠を誓ったからね。
それは残念です。
With how slow it was getting close to him, I'm like,
借りは速攻返したぜ。
残念だ。裏切り者がいたなんて。
see, you can dodge that, but the I'm like, you're giving him time to prepare.
残るわ。
お前らやれ。
I don't know who that is. Just the Wizard King.
だけどま腰ぐらいはね。
A little fun. Like old times.
He's saying that like he never goes out to have fun. He's not doing his duties most of the time.
Only when it matters. Who needs paperwork?
盗賊団も一網打尽に。
A star?
木の上で気絶してたけどな。
闇バンジャン
Captains.
ス実績を踏まえて新しい団
Okay.
の団長に任命する。
New squad, so they created the squads for them.
受け
Congrats.
てくれるかい。
Yes. So they became captains at the same time. Shit.
こっちが先に団長になるかの勝負は引き分けだな。
勝負はこの先。
We're coming for your job, Buzz. Oh,
闇君はどんな団を作る。
どんな団
the worst, but also the coolest.
身分など関係なく暴れん坊を集めて
Exactly.
居場所を作
Exactly.
にしてくれたようにね。
Oh, William, what squad would you create? The best.
血が混ざ
Oh,
っ
it's all of them.
てそれぞれの色で濁って一つになって
Black,
黒暴れん坊いや暴れ牛だな黒の防
Black
御団
Bulls.
だ
So he created this squad.
金色の夜明け団を作ります文字通りそのための
A
団
new light on the world.
夜といえども必ず明けると証明してみせます
ちょっと臭すぎねえか
You want
The
to talk?
perfect balance to the Black Bulls bit.
Well, it's different goals.
おめでとうウィリアム
はい
黒の防御団の団長
Hey,
だ
look, do you like this?
I love that they created the squad. It explains a lot.
手を開けだ
はあいろいろあった
He doesn't understand the point either.
何が言いたいんですか
That I'm awesome.
転んでもそうになっても諦めなければいいって話だとでも諦めるな限界を超えろ
Yeah?
負けたぐらいで黄昏れてんじゃねえ次勝ちゃいいんだ
Exactly.
なるほど
It's fun to get stories.
It's nice to have a story to go with the words.
団長の言う通りっす、
Yes.
しょうがない
電車袋
そうだ
魔法騎士だクラのボン
Okay. It makes sense. Silly. Why are you here? Is she the messenger oil? Owl oil. Yeah. Owl. So the second part of their backstory together, they became captains at the same time and created their own squad.
One at their own image. That's nice.
So, but in a way, it fits with why they became like they had similar emotions, right? Of distance and rejection and all of that. But what they tried to achieve by making it up to Julius represents the squad. Yami being an outsider and finding a family. Thanks to Julius, he created, like we've talked about before,
A family,
for the outcasts.
A place where other people will belong.
And the name Black Bulls, black being that we come from different backgrounds, we're all different, so all your colors added together makes black. Bulls is because we're not following the rules per se. Like, we are different. We are like troublemakers, like the people that we are the ones that people look down on. So instead, well, you can call them like the miscreants or whatever. So
Hooligans.
Bulls, yeah, the hooligans. So
Black hooligans. Nah, Black Bulls.
bulls because they got guts. Bulls because they cause trouble, right? Like, but they're still cool. I can speak. They are cool. So I love that. And William is trying to kind of like a green-haired guy, like he wants to follow William's dream and create the strongest squad in order to
Bring a new hope.
well, William goes beyond green-haired guy, but it is the same like direction of creating the strongest squad so that they can bring a new era to these troubled times.
Golden era.
Because I mean, I believe that William is a true magic knight. Like, despite my suspicions of him potentially being a vessel, and if he is a vessel, that means that there's got to be an anger that they took advantage of somewhere, right? Like, there was a way in. Like, if that is true, how did they connect with them? So I don't know, but still, whenever I see him, I think he's a good example of a magic knight. Like, he doesn't discriminate. He aims for, his squad to help as many people as possible. He's trying to make Julius proud by protecting the kingdom. So they both came to Julius in similar fashion, but what they took from him and what they aimed to achieve was different in a way. But it's still really, it defines them as characters. It defines them as people, and that also makes them different characters, and that's important. Kind of like and Asta want to be the Wizard King for similar reasons, but it doesn't mean they're the same character. It's important in a rivalry, right? Like, you want to surpass the other guy, but you cannot be exactly like that other guy. You will have a different path. That's why Asta
They're
cannot...
one person.
Yeah, that's why Asta cannot push himself down whenever has something going for him. His path will be different. And eventually maybe his goals will change. His ultimate goal is the same, but still doesn't mean that they have to be the exact same person or have the exact same success. If you lose a mission that wins, doesn't mean you can't win the next mission that he doesn't win.
Yami said it best. Doesn't matter how many times you lose this. You can lose 99 times, 100,000 times. Just win the next one. Don't ever give up.
Giving up is the ultimate defeat.
Yeah.
If you stop trying, then yes, we'll have won, and you're no longer a part of this race, right? Not Yami had to be saved by William, but if he had let it get to his head, that would have been worse. Instead, he got back on his feet as soon as he was freed. He joked around with William, and then he helped William finish the fight. But before, same thing, like, they save each other. It's not just like William shows up, he saves Yami, and then Yami's like, oh, fuck that, and he lets it,
Like, I wasn't smart enough to beat them on my own. I need to
But if
have
you-
backup with William.
If he allows it to make him all depressed, he's not gonna be alert, he's not gonna be strong enough to then return the favor. So you cannot let that, it's a marathon. One defeat will not make, the end of the race. Basically, one defeat is not the end of your rivalry. So keep trying. It's never over, right? Like, their first goal was to become captains, and as soon as they became captains, they made another one. Like, ultimate goal, Wizard King, let's go. Like, it doesn't end here, and it doesn't mean you cannot surpass the other if he is better than you in one instance. So, and we saw kind of, not that it's the birth of his mantra, but since it's a flashback, we could almost argue that this was the birth of the surpass your limit, right? That this is Yami's thing. When you are faced with a wall and you feel like you're not strong enough to keep going, what do? Well, there's nothing else you can do but try to surpass your limit. He said it in the first fight last episode as well. Like, oh, there are many, many guys and stuff, and they're probably very strong. Like, not individually, but together they are strong.
Well, I
What
guess
do
I'll
I
just
do?
kick their asses.
I'll just kick their ass. There is no other option.
No.
So surpass your limit and do better, because that's all you can do, right? In those situations. So he is similar to Asta in that way with his Madada.
But it's the fact that sometimes people think that if you go into a fight with the idea that you will lose, you will lose. But if you go into a fight with the idea that I will fight no matter what, I'm gonna win no matter what, even though they might be stronger than me, the outcome will be uncertain.
I guess for these guys, overcomplicating things doesn't work. You might not know how you're gonna achieve this, you might not know how you're gonna win this, but all you know is that you have to win this. So do whatever it takes. And even if you think people say that you've reached the end of your rope, that you've been defeated already, if you start believing it, then yes, you will be defeated. But if you don't accept that reality, at least that's how it works. In reality, that's not necessarily how it would go.
Most of the time, mentality and willpower can do a lot of the work.
In those circumstances, because it is true that sometimes denial is not a good thing either. Like, you will be faced with strong opponents that you cannot win. Because, if Asta went against Julius with the Madada mentality,
Okay,
you
but
still gotta be intelligent and know your limits.
mentality can do a lot.
When it comes down to personal limits, when it's something that is within your reach that you could do, but you let your mentality stop you, then yes, you're the only one allowing this defeat to happen. You also have to be intelligent, know your limits,
Yeah.
because you cannot go after the strongest guys by yourself without thinking. That is also true. That's why it's important to listen to everyone's advice. Like, Yami's advice is one thing, but Fuego Leon's advice was also another thing. His sister was another thing. Like, you take advice from everyone and you become the best version of yourself at the end of the day. Mentality, motivation, pushing yourself, that is a big part of who Yami and Asta are, because their strength is not everything, right? Especially like Asta, strength is not everything. And when that fails, well, you need to rely on other advices, rely on other people, and come up with a new strategy. But when since their job is to protect people, sometimes they are put in situations where there is no escaping, there is no running away. Because if you have the option, if you can just stop this fight and stay alive another day and eventually do a part 2 where you get stronger in between and then you come back for more, great, do that. It's not worth dying over something that was a lost battle to begin with. But what do you do when you're faced with something that you have to see through?
And you cannot just postpone, yeah.
Yeah, that's when mentality comes in, because that is their job, right? I'm not saying be reckless and throw your life away, but when you have no choice, then yes, you need to be able to push yourself. So not allow defeat to put you down, not let the fact that your rival is stronger put you down, and never give up. That is just these 2 episodes were just for, you know, Yami to remind Asta of his mantra and what he's been through, so that Asta can connect and do the same. He was never gonna stay down. Whenever Yuno's concerned, like he's got his downs, but he gets back up. So this time it was from Yami, which proves that he cares. Just, I mean, it's proof that he is kind-hearted. Because the whole fucking point of his squad is to give a family to outcasts.
Yeah.
Now it's confirmed.
I mean, Julius did give him a place to belong, a family to belong to.
Yeah, so he's doing the same to others.
He's giving a place for them to belong, just like he had the opportunity to receive. So yeah.
So basically, Yami's goal is to give to others what Julius gave to him, whereas William's goal is to make it up to Julius. It's gonna hurt if he ends up, you know, being a part of the Eye of the Midnight Sun. Although, if he is, that would not necessarily mean he's aware of it. So that would also be worse. Fighting a friend, especially when that friend, you know, didn't decide to be on the other side, is bad.
Someone that you picked up, that you trusted.
Well, if he betrayed them, that would hurt. But if they end up, kind of like with Fana, if they end up having to fight him, if he is Lish's, like, vessel, or if he's connected in some way, because Golden Dawn is in the middle of all of this shit. If he ends up being on the other side, and because he's a vessel and he has no, like, control, that would mean, like, there's no anger to push us in that fight. We would, like, Yami would be seeing a rival, a friend, someone he got strong with, and he would be saying, like, I need to stop him now. I guess you could see it as saving him, but it would still hurt.
But I mean, when you think about it, really hope that he's being possessed by malicious spirits. And yeah, it's kind of a bit obvious, like Golden Dawn with the sun and Midnight Sun, like
Eye of the Midnight Sun. Well, the light too,
yeah,
casting a new light, like, but he's not Lish.
No, but there are different Golden Dawn. There's during the daytime, Midnight Sun. Those are two sides of the same coin. Not the same
That
person,
is
though.
to me, that is enough of a connection. That's why I'm like, it's too similar. I'm not, but I just said it. William is not Lish, so that's why I'm not taking it as like subtle ways of being like, see, like these were clues. He's not Lished, but he could be his vessel.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like, there's similarities, but they're not the same. Like, you got the Golden Dawn with a new light and the Midnight Sun during the darkest part of the night, midnight. But yeah. So there's similar, but they're not the same. So that the position theory comes in play.
To be seen later on, and eventually we'll have our answer and we'll freak out, but it's gonna hurt because they're adding to the backstory. In any case, I'm still waiting for the results, so hopefully next episode we will get them. I don't know why Mario Leona is at the door and why...
She's the messenger.
She could be the messenger, the Oriole, the owl. We will see, or hopefully it's not bringing, like, she's not bringing bad news.
About Finral?
I don't think it would be her showing up if it was about Finral.
Yeah, no.
So, I don't know, we'll see. In the opening, there's, like, this gathering of people, like, captains, vice captains, like, or members of the squad, and she's in the middle of the room with that smile, so maybe she's gonna, you know, create a gathering or something, but next episode, we'll see. In the meantime, thank you guys so much for watching this with us. If you want to see the next episode right away, it is on Patreon already. You can check it out. The link is in the description below.
And if you don't, the next one will be on YouTube pretty soon. So gonna see you then, guys.
Bye!